I closed on Friday the 20th of March. Just took the decision. It was before I think everybody else closed, but I just took a decision that there wasn't much happening anyway, and it was probably safer from my point of view and from anybody that was coming in the shop just to close. My wife's mother's elderly, so I didn't want to be taking anything home to her or my own mother. So and from then I put a bits and pieces on Facebook 2 weeks ago, and that's just to generate a wee bit of interest, and it has generated a little bit of interest, but not an awful lot. I would say I'm in a non-essential business, so the likelihood is that I won't be able to open my doors fully until, I would say, probably the first week in June, maybe the second week in June. Because there are no stipulations on dates, it's very hard to know, and a lot will depend on the that they talk about, the reproduction of the virus. So yes, I'll look forward to reopening again, but the problem then is, for me, is footfall, and social distancing will have a serious effect on my business, and not just my business, on a lot of businesses locally and throughout the province.
The GAA has been dramatically affected. If you look behind you here, the gates are closed in our own club here in Strabane. That's because the association took a decision at the start of the crisis to close all grounds, reluctantly, very much reluctantly, and that's the continuing position at the moment, up until at this stage, up until the 20th of July.
How do you think, being step 5 on the NI executives plan to open up, how do you think that'll affect?
I think, whilst contact sports, it's inevitable if social distance is going to remain in place. The GAA is a contact sport, and it's inevitable that will be one of the last bastions of sport to be opened up, the contact sports. In the meantime, however, clubs like our own, and you can see there just behind us, there's a pathway, and we would be hoping that pretty soon that a decision will be taken prior to as mentioned there, the 20th of July, but prior to that a decision will be taken to at least open the grounds up and let people come back in again, albeit socially distanced, to be able to have relaxation and maybe do a bit of running if they want to do those types of things,
It's the indecision that's affecting us the most. We can't make plans, we don't know what's happening, we don't know really what date we're going to be allowed to open at and what rules we'll be allowed to operate on. We can't contact suppliers, we can't contact our staff, we can't really let anybody know what's happening, so that's our main problem at the moment. Well, we're a 110 seater at the moment, and there seems to be different figures banded about, 40% or 50%. We're very lucky here because being a 110 seater, we could go down to a 55 seater, but we have a room right next door to the restaurant. We could probably put the other 55 seats in, so really and truly we could probably stay at the same capacity we're at now, where be it spread over 2 rooms. But the problem being, what will people's mindset be? Will people be happy to come out into restaurants again, or will we be at half capacity of our business as well because of the mindset of people maybe being scared to go out?
Well, first and foremost, the executive have finally come forward with a plan, and I am relieved to see that it has broken away from the London and Dublin argument. I think it's vitally important that we stress the importance of an all-island model in relation to how we tackle this crisis, this pandemic. We are a small island, north and south, with a relatively small population. This can be managed if society works together across the island. If the Irish government work with the Assembly here and parties pull together, then we can beat this. But it's through an all-island model around testing, tracing, and ensuring that we can help our society get back on its feet again as quickly as possible. I think it's important that there is a plan in place, although there are concerns in relation to some of the detail around it and the lack of dates and certainty. I think for businesses the real issue is the lack of dates, because they are looking for something to work towards in order to prepare to reopen, to prepare their staff, to prepare their stock, to prepare the various procedures that are going to be necessary in order to return to some form of normality in terms of social distancing and in terms of some of the government guidance that has been very well put out there. I think it's good that we're at a starting point. I think it's good that we have a plan. I think it's good that there's a breakdown of this plan, but I do have concerns about the lack of dates and the lack of measurables to see just where we are and when we can move to the next stage.